I have put in place a zero-tolerance policy for illegal entry on our southwest border.
Thousands of migrant children being separated from their parents. The separation is the result of a Trump administration policy announced in April. Zero tolerance for anyone caught crossing the border illegally.
If you cross the border unlawfully, then we will prosecute you. It's that simple.
Sessions directed authorities to criminally prosecute all instances of illegal border crossings.
Piece that's different than what used to happen before, which was people processed very quickly, not criminally charged, and released relatively soon.
The Department of Justice correctly points out that its new policy makes no mention of separating families. But under criminal proceedings, children cannot stay with their parents, so they are separated.
When parents are taken into federal custody, they're taken to adult detention centers and separated from their kids, who go to different facilities.
If you are smuggling a child, then we will prosecute you. And that child may be separated from you as required by law.
The majority of the people that come, more than 50% are children. They come with their parents, and they are a family unit.
Many of them are first-time crossers, and many of them are asylum seekers. But despite that, they are being criminally charged with the charge of illegal crossing under Federal Statute 8 U.S.C. Section 1325. That many of these people were traveling with children, and everyone who's traveling with a child or their children is being deliberately separated from those children by Border Patrol or ICE agents.
These kids and their families don't know that until they get here. The word may be spreading now that they're being forcibly removed, but it wasn't something that we did routinely before, so they had no reason to expect it. The kids have no idea what's going on.
The separation of families, if true, this conduct is, quote, brutal, offensive, and fails to comport with traditional notions of fair play and decency.
For a child to be separated from their parent in a forced separation, like what's occurring in many immigrant families in our country, is one of the most traumatic events that could happen in life.
There's no question that separation of children from parents entails significant potential for traumatic psychological injury to the child.
It can create a level of trauma and immediate and ongoing stress that has lifelong consequences.
No olvido ese día, fue un martes que me sacaron, me sentía angustiado, preocupado, como que yo estaba dejando una parte de mí ahí.
Y llevaban a él y a muchos niños, y no podía hacer nada. Uno como de 11 años,
Me sentía oprimido, presionado, ya no le hallaba sentido a las cosas, ya no le hallaba la diversión de jugar, ya no me daba hambre.
Immediate fears of not knowing whether your parent is ever going to come back, whether you're ever going to see your parent again. There's immediate kinds of social isolation, fear of going outside, reduced school attendance, heightened depression, higher anxiety, even PTSD symptoms in children.
Pues ahora lo veo no como antes, con ese brillo que él siempre entusiasma y todo, lo veo un poco opaco. Considero que ya fue un daño irreparable.
As a doctor, I'm here to tell you that forced separation can damage children, body and soul.
To think that our government is putting kids through this kind of traumatic, and it is traumatic, experience, to send a message to people who are fleeing their countries not out of their own choice, but for their own survival. It amounts to torture.
The relationship of children and parents is the strongest tie most people experience, and a threat to that tie is amongst the most traumatic events somebody can endure.